Welcome to Fleet Racing Tour, the series that takes you around the globe, tracking the world's top sailors on their road to Rio. The previous episode took us to Eilat, Israel's most southern spot, for the RSX World Windsurfing Championship. An action-packed week saw RSX athletes fighting for the world champion crown. This episode, we drop in on Palma de Mallorca, a jewel in the Mediterranean Sea. Get set to witness the world's largest Olympic sailing event and follow the athletes racing across the 10 Olympic sailing events at the 47th Trofeo Princesa Sofia.
Nos encanta Sofia!
Hey ho, let's go!
Today is the day.
Good luck for everybody! Come on, follow us!
The action is here in Palma.
Wind, sun, fun and racing!
Woohoo!
Palma de Mallorca is quite simply one of the most perfect locations for racing and training. The host sailing clubs are fully geared up to the needs of world-class sailors, offering standout facilities, guaranteeing a perfect venue. The temperature in spring is mild, particularly compared to Northern Europe, and racing usually features a complete mix of weather conditions and sea states, ensuring a complete test of athletes' skills. To win here, on the Bay of Palma, athletes need superior talent across all wind and sea conditions.
Is awesome. We love sailing here because we love the crystal clear blue water.
It has been really nice conditions and Palma is really nice to sail in. So a lot of everything.
Yeah, now you can see the sun is shining again, so what could be better?
So it's really nice to sail in Mallorca. Like, there is sun, it's a good place to sail, sea breeze. It's really nice. Every day we enjoy it.
I like so much this event. The condition is really good for to sail. Thank you very much.
We love Trofeo Princesa Sofia.
I love Trofeo Princesa Sofia.
Well, you know, I can't even calculate how many times I've been racing here. It's an amazing place. I really love the place, and it's nice regatta, strong regatta for the beginning of the year. And yeah, I believe that Spanish doing their best to keep this tradition, to have this event no matter what political or economical situation is. And I have won this event some years ago, and it's really nice to feel yourself on the podium, to get the prize of the Queen's hands, and yeah, that's experience, lifetime experience. Yeah.
Trofeo Princesa Sofia is the European season opener, a must-do event on the racing calendar, whether you are on the road to Rio, aspiring towards a future Olympic campaign, or simply living the dream and loving the challenge of sailing amongst the world's best. The numbers speak for themselves. 1,121 athletes from 65 nations racing across the 10 Olympic events promises a great start for this 2016 season.
This regatta is for first event on the Europe. So for the European is really important to beginning by that. So every year it's a big rendezvous. Now it's not so bad. The weather condition is really great, but we never see for this week. The very important is it's a first time regatta, and you know it's really important to be a good speed and a good tactical to make a very great race. So for the beginning to the year, this race is really important.
Sailors are here not only to compete for the prestigious titles, but for some, the event marks the last chance to qualify their nation to Rio 2016. A European Olympic qualification event in each of the 10 Olympic events, an African qualification event for the Finn, 470 women, 49er, 49er FX and NACRA. This is simply the final chance to dig deep, get on the score sheet and claim your nation's slot.
So we are here in Arenal at Mallorca at the Princess Sofia Cup.
It's the last qualification for the Rio Olympic Games in this summer 2016 in Rio, and there's one spot left, and everybody, all the European boats are fighting for it, those who haven't qualified yet.
A race within a race is also unfolding for those athletes up for national selection. Many countries consider performances across a series of events, and for some, Mallorca is the final marker. Teams are close and many work together, which makes the match against each other an even more challenging experience. At this level, you don't want to lose. Olympic campaigners have the same end goal of securing an appearance in Rio. For those not making a selection to Rio, it will be hard, but that is sport.
Okay, so there are 3 470 women pairs here, and we're all 3 definitely fighting for the slot. So it's really up to the best team that wins, and so we are really just out to get the best result for Singapore. So regardless of who gets to go, so we'll see how it goes. Although it's our selection trials, we also here to race against the rest. But ultimately, our goal is definitely to still do better than the other teams and hopefully qualify.
Basically, this is the last event out of 5 events that qualify one of the Israeli guys to the Olympics in the summer. And so this event is really important. This is the last one. And depends who will do well here, he will probably go to the Olympics.
An altogether different event ahead for those athletes already assured of their place on the starting line in Rio. For them, Trofeo Princesa Sofia is another opportunity to race against the rivals they will face at the Olympics, focus on maximizing strengths, reducing weakness, and check equipment. Particularly in some Olympic classes, equipment choices and skillful tuning of equipment plays a critical role in racetrack success.
So we have 2 boats here to test our material. We also had some training before the race here. And we got a new boat as well. So it's the only race where we can check how is it going with the new boat before to send it to Rio.
Winning at Trofeo Princesa Sofia is never easy. In a true test of endurance, the racetrack variables and level of competition demand the best out of athletes. There are many teams hell-bent on securing a podium finish, and more than enough capable of doing so. The number of racing opportunities is diminishing as Rio 2016 draws ever closer, and every minute spent on the racetrack will make a difference when the starting gun kicks off racing in Brazil.
That's a difficult one because my heart says that we want to win. We really, that's my problem, that I really want to push hard, and at the moment the reality is that we are not there. So we don't know. We are not as well prepared as we want to be, but we had some good races in Miami and at the Worlds. We won races, and we've been training very hard.
But really the focus is more on performing at the top of the fleet rather than trying to beat each other, and that's the way our trials are emphasised, so it's a really good system.
The life of a professional Olympic sailor is tough. The racing program is intense, and the continual training in between events makes the sport all-consuming. Time on the water is one element of a campaign. There are numerous other details: equipment preparation, logistics, gym work, nutrition, campaign PR. The list is endless. The mental and physical break is equally important, but sometimes the hardest element to find.
So yeah, we already knew that it's going to be the Worlds, and then a month after straight the Princess Sofia trophy, and it's going to be a tough month. We were training for it. I was training for it, and of course it's hard. But to be in the top level and to be a sportsman, it's always hard. And but luckily, I think I did a good preparation, and I'm ready here to do well.
In the boat park, you can sense an air of unfinished business. Athletes want to stamp their authority on the fleet at this, one of the year's most difficult events before the Olympics. The stage is set for a week of challenging, dynamic, and thrilling racing.
Maybe it's even tougher here because the fleet is much bigger, so you have much more crowd on the starts, on the marks, but the level is as high as in the games, so I think it's a good opportunity to see where you are.
The 6-day race series got underway with unrelenting conditions. Big waves and 25-knot gusts of breeze gave sailors a taste of what would be on offer in the week ahead of the unpredictable Bay of Palma. Physical toughness and precision would make the difference.
So today, first regatta day, it was tough conditions, really big waves, a lot of wind, 16-18 knots maybe in the first race, and then slowly decreasing until maybe 10-12 knots in the last race. But still very big waves, so the challenge was definitely trying to keep it upright and don't break a mast in the waves if you capsize.
Sailors must develop a broad range of skills and be equipped to face whatever the weather and sea will throw at them. They must understand their boat and how to sail it to optimize performance and speed, whatever the weather. In the two-person events, the teamwork factor is critical. Understanding each other makes the chemistry in the team dynamically crucial. Communication is key, and anticipating each other's moves essential. The ICARUS 17 makes its debut at the Rio Olympics and is the only mixed event in the sailing program. Any mistakes prove costly when racing a high-performance multi-hull, and communication precision escalates, as does the teamwork between male and female crew.
It's like a very normal life. You know, a woman do everything on the apartment, and the man nothing. On the boat is exactly the same. I'm just a steering of the boat, and Mary doing every shit on the hands, sorry, and she doing everything on board.
I'm always right.
Ah yes, yes, I hate that. She was always right. I hate that. It's difficult for a man, huh? When she is always right.
There is no let-up in the perfect teamwork execution and superiority of Australian Belcher and Ryan. The pair has been on the podium at virtually every event they have contested, including 3 World Championship victories together. After winning gold in London 2012 with former crew Malcolm Page, Belcher partnered up with Ryan, and the victories have just kept on rolling in. They are the ones to beat in the 470 and favourites for Olympic gold.
A lot of people have said, how can you stay at the top for such a long period? And I guess we have great people around us. We've got a great system, we've got a great coach. Always, lucky with crews and great. Just enjoying what I'm doing. I'm passionate about 470 and passionate about sailing and always wanting to test new limits. And we've always stayed focused on ourselves. But as to secrets, I guess I've been lucky, and time will tell.
Over the 6 days of racing on the stunning waters of Palma de Mallorca, sailors faced virtually every type of weather condition, from heavy southerly gusts and big plunging waves similar to Rio, through to a light northeasterly breeze and calm crystal clear waters. These all-round conditions give equal opportunities for all to shine, whether a light or heavy wind-orientated sailor, proving again that Trofeo Princesa Sofia offers one of the most demanding racetracks. Win here and you can win anywhere.
We really like Palma. It's always different every day. You never know what comes.
Mallorca heeft veel grote golven hier op het water. Εδώ είναι τέλεια, φυσάει κάθε μέρα και έχει κύμα.
You can say that.
What? I didn't know any of the questions.
Buenísima regata con todas las condiciones.
Linda Mallorca.
As the qualification series in the Finn class finished, the battle to secure the European Olympic qualification slot saw an incredibly close points battle scoping out. Elsewhere, no surprise to see the front runners had already amassed significant point margins. Belcher and Ryan in the 470 and Besson and Rieu in the Nacra 17 looked set to be untouchable, with early victory virtually certain. Across the rest of the classes, the charge for the podium was still open, with nobody able to make a clean break away from the pack. As the event progressed, the competition became tougher and tougher. Nerves and anxiety reached their limits. With the points margins in some events leaving all to play for, some smart decision-making could make all the difference as the event came down to the wire. The final and most crucial day of the event soon dawned. The double points medal race climax. The race to decide the colour of the medal on the athlete's chest, and for some, a decision on whether their Olympic dream would become reality.
The medal race is the most important time of every regatta.
This is what we worked for all week, is to make the top 10 and make this medal race.
Anything can happen with the medals.
It will be thrilling.
Sailing with the best sailors is a dream come true.
Fight for the glory.
The medal race is more than just a race.
The medal race is the end game of an event, deciding the podium lineup and top 10 leaderboard. Here at the Trofeo Princesa Sofia medal, the stakes were higher. In a showcase of race management featuring 10 Olympic classes, 10 medal races, in the battle to the end to award 30 gold, silver and bronze medals, all in one day. Action started with the laser. New Zealand's Andrew Maloney won gold, followed by Brazilian sailing legend Robert Seid and Croatia's Tonsi Stepanovic. In the women's laser radial, first place to Finland's Tuula Tenkanen. In the windsurfing event, Great Britain's Tom Squires wrapped up RSX Men Gold, followed by Poland's Paweł Tarnowski and Greece's Byron Kokolanis. In the women, Russia's Olga Machlovets took first, second to Italy's Flavia Tartaglini, third the Dutch sailor Lilian de Goes.
Well, I'm super happy. Obviously, I'm extremely happy with my speed now. I found good equipment set, so it goes fast. And I'm really happy to have really nice sparring partners, Marina Alabau and Lilian de Goes, really fast girls and very useful to stay together for some tuning, speed, picking equipment. So nice group, nice work, and so far nice result.
In the NACRA 17, reigning world champions Bissou and Riou of France claimed yet another title, leaving in their wake Austria's Zayek and Frank and Denmark's Norgard and Viborg. Domination from Australia's Belcher and Ryan in the 470 men, chased by the USA's McNay and Hughes in second, and Greece's Mantis and Kayalis in third. With the absence of 49er Supremos Blair and Tug, the victory door was opened for Ireland's Seaton and McGovern, followed by Australia's Outeridge and Jensen, and Spain's Botin and Lopez.
Competition here is really world class. We had the guys, pretty much everyone in the top 10, top 20 in the world, apart from maybe the Kiwi guys who have obviously dominated our fleet. But other than them guys, it's been really high level of competition, and the conditions have been really good. We've had a lot of wind, but also a couple of light races. And for us, I think most people think we always go good in the breeze. So it's been really nice to sail well in the light winds too. We've been working a lot with our training partners for some setup differences. And to be top 10 in every race in the Gold Fleet was a really solid result, yeah.
In the 49er FX, the Netherlands' Beckering and Duets won. Denmark's Hansen and Iversen in second, and Germany's Lutz and Buick wrapped up with third. In a skillful display of medal race tactics, Poland's Skrypulek and Gwizisenka upgraded from fourth overall to win the 470 women.
Tonight I'm going to miss the ceremony and the party. I have to fly to Barcelona and we get ready our 49er European start in like a week and a half, so we have a little bit of training over there and then we have that regatta and then we are just crazy busy all the way to the Olympics, just keep pushing, get a lot of events in and some training in Rio.
The next event is the French event, the World Cup in Hyères for us, and after we go 2 times in Rio for training, and we did the last event in Weymouth, in the World Cup of Weymouth, and after we did the Olympics.
The traditional closing ceremony was set against the majestic backdrop of the Cathedral de Santa Maria in Parma. Event namesake, Her Majesty Queen Sophia of Spain, presented medals and trophies. Victory of a different kind to the sailors who had secured their nation's Olympic qualification and been selected for Rio 2016. As Trofeo Princesa Sofia finished, 470 sailors took a brief but well-earned rest before gearing up for the 470 European Championship, featuring 252 talented sailors from 33 nations. From the big stars of the 470 class, counting Olympic and championship medals to their credit, through to the new kids on the block, racing their first ever 470 championship, the waters of the Bay of Parma were set to challenge once again. Stay tuned.